So you want to know more about supplementation. The question I had come through the blog this week was, do I take any supplements and do I recommend any to clients? First and foremost, when I'm looking at supplementation, and I think you should too, the question should always be, am I able to get the nutrients and the response of ingesting something from normal food? And when I say normal food, I mean food that you're preparing, food that you're buying, in relation to the goals. Now, obviously, if you're looking at a body composition goal of foods to kind of enhance your protein synthesis or increase muscle mass, then potentially. The only supplements that I kind of recommend to clients that are kind of really time poor are specific ones that are related to then general health, okay? I work more in the health range or of kind of the business rather than just body composition. Okay, and that's what I mean by that. So, you know, if I'm offering a supplement for a client, it's more related to their health rather than a generic kind of bodybuilding tip. So the supplements that I'm going to go on to speak about now are three in question. So the first one is, you've probably heard it before, but we're going to kind of go into why, is a really good and healthy fish oil. Okay, I'll let that focus in a bit. And it's obviously omega-3, omega-6, and we're looking at why do I generally take that. Now, all diseases and majority of illnesses, and if we're looking at injuries and things like that, have a relation to inflammation in the body, okay? The root cause of all diseases is inflammation in the body. So fish oil, eating enough fish, you know, again, could be kind of a way of getting around this, will help the body in battling inflammation. Now, inflammation is crucial and you need inflammation in certain times. The research is then showing that if you're ingesting, you know, a good portion or amounts of fish and omega-3 and 6s during the week, it's going to massively help with inflammation and regulation of inflammation in the body. Now, when we're looking at inflammation in the body, we'll go through other health strategies such as breathing and tapping into that parasympathetic nervous system, the vagal tone that I've spoke about before in my sleep YouTube video. But fish oils generally is a good place to start when you're looking at supplementation and really will kind of help with that. So the second one I'm taking at the moment is fibre, okay? And it's a basic psyllium husk capsule. Now, you can take psyllium husk as a powder. I've done it. I generally used to do that around about 4 or 5 years ago. I take capsules at the moment. Why am I taking that? Because I generally like to get a good 20 grams, 25 grams of fibre in my diet daily. And at the moment, January is kind of like 2 months in one for me, where literally we're starting up the year and the whole team are kind of working around the clock, making sure that all the clients are on their kind of health journey. And so I'm supplementing at the moment because I'm actually not tracking my food at the moment. Like you guys, even as a trainer, as a health coach, time sometimes just runs away. So I've decided I'm going to be supplementing on psyllium husk to ensure that I am getting good fibre. Now, why am I taking fibre? Fibre is fantastic for gut health. You know, if you've got irritable bowel syndrome or anything like that, always seek out a clinician or a nutritionist. But generally speaking, fibre is fantastic for the body in so many ways. It's great for skin health. As I mentioned, it's great for gut health. It's also good for blood sugar control. There's so many benefits. So for me, I'm making sure that I'm getting the fibre on a daily basis. It's also good for weight management. You know, and generally speaking, I would like to get it from nutritious vegetables, but at the moment, like I said, it's just a crazy time of the year. And like you know, people get busy. And so that's when I would generally kind of recommend a supplement such as a fibre. And the last supplement that I'm taking at the moment is actually a food. I mean, I'm calling it a supplement, but it's in a powder form. Is something that a friend of mine in New York recommended to me. He's a trainer out there, and it was all actually about kind of how we can eat more nutritious foods. That's where the conversation started, and he recommended this, and I can. This is not a product plug by all means. I mean, you can check their website out. It's called Ascended Health, the company, and they're based out in California, so I had it shipped over to London. But it's a marine phytoplankton, and you know, they brand it as a superfood by all means, you know, and what you kind of take as being a superfood is your own opinion. But the reason why I'm taking it is because phytoplankton, as scientists, as I mean, NASA have even kind of said that it's a fantastic and crucial part of our ecosystem on the world, in the world. And marine phytoplankton is full of all the B vitamins, C vitamins, D vitamins. It's got omega-3 and 6, which is obviously going to be fantastic for making sure that our cells and our health is of kind of utmost importance, and the body is feeding off what we put in it. So why not put in something that has everything we need to live on this earth? And that's exactly what marine phytoplankton has in it. Now, if we're looking at benefits that you kind of aren't aware of that you would from omega-3 and 6 and from B vitamins, etc., is liver health. This is going to help you sleep better, increases of energy, everything known to man from the nutrients that we kind of ingest into our bodies. Now, as I mentioned, I take it specifically in the mornings, especially kind of when I'm not having breakfast in the mornings. And how do I feel? It definitely is something that I kind of have adopted, and I think I do feel better. I definitely kind of start the day in a really good way, I feel. Biologically, I haven't obviously had any tests done, so has anything changed kind of with my markers or anything like that? Because obviously it's going to affect blood sugar control, such as, the same way that fibre does as well. But generally speaking, I find with these sorts of things, guys, and supplementation, if it's a health benefit and you're having the right amounts and you're not kind of over ingesting, too much or anything like that, then, by all means, get these kind of sorts of habits and behavioral changes into your lifestyle to, really be kind of, even if it's just bringing that self-awareness of kind of, I need to be healthy, I need to be healthier, and starting the day in the right way. So I hope this kind of helped with the supplementation that I recommend. As I mentioned, if you are looking to kind of go onto a supplement regime, or you're looking to buy certain supplements such as probiotics or anything related to kind of gaining muscle and toning up, especially weight loss products, seek out a nutritionist that you trust. By all means, you can ask me. I have a team around me that kind of I can bounce the ideas off, but seek out a nutritionist you can trust. Reach out to them, ask them the question before you start spending your hard-earned cash on things that might not actually be helping you. So I hope this helped, and as always, until next time, stay healthy.